Hello, everybody, and welcome back as I recap the feeds for March 6th today in the BB Canada house. Let's go ahead and start with the damage control between Austin and Kiefer this afternoon. I said yesterday how Austin was targeting Kiefer because basically, I guess he was trying to mess her up during the challenge, so that is why she was targeting Kiefer. She did put him on the block, but today they both decided, well, and also Kiefer was then mad at her and was thinking about targeting her next. They did do damage control with each other this afternoon, kind of making up, kind of talking that maybe they can talk game in the future since basically they don't talk game ever, which was another reason why she put Kiefer up, and Kiefer knew that. So at least those two did do damage control. And it seems like Austin now wants Josh out because, I mean, she doesn't really have a choice anyway, so why not just join the majority on wanting poor Josh out of the game? Next up, we'll talk about Kyle and Rohan. These two talk every day. They really get together every day and just talk about the hierarchy of the house, who they think's in alliance with who they think they could pull in. They're thinking that Jedson and Tashawn and I guess Beth and Braden and Austin are the main alliance. They're actually not, but they are kind of an alliance. So they are right about one thing. So they think that they can, well, they think they need to target Jetson and Tyshawn soon because if not, then they're probably going to run the game. They're thinking they're going to have to pull in Latoya, Tina, and Tara to make this happen, not knowing that Latoya and Tina are in alliance with Jed and Tashawn. So they're kind of a step behind. I do like how they talk every day though and really go over the game and what each other's thinking. So these two are an interesting little duo, but they are not the main duo. Tina and Latoya are running the show. I mean, it's really Latoya who's running the show, but Tina and Toya are the secret alliance that nobody seems to know about it. They're even surprised that nobody brings it up. And the secret alliance right now is my favorite thing on the feeds, honestly, because I like to listen to them talk because every time they talk, they're talking game. So they are, I mean, I think two of the smartest people in the house right now, since they are the secret alliance. They're in the main alliance of six. And yeah, they're just talking every night. I think that could become suspicious eventually, so they probably shouldn't do it every day. It is Latoya though that I think is running the show because everybody comes to Latoya to talk. Now there are people that obviously see her as a threat, like Beth and Victoria, and even Austin and Brayden, I guess. But like everybody comes to her to talk, and I don't know if what she's doing is good or not because she is pretty straight up, and she's trying to avoid being pulled into other alliances because she is in that main alliance, which could either work in her favor and she won't get caught up in drama, or maybe it won't work in her favor because people in her alliance are kind of working other alliances. I don't know how that's going to play out, but Latoya, everybody trusts her, so everybody talks to her and gives her information. She is definitely the source of information to her alliance. Although everybody does talk to Tina in the same way, but it doesn't seem as much as the action Latoya gets, especially today. Everybody was trying to pull Latoya in from Kyle to Rohan to Tara, but she's sticking with that main alliance for now. The power of veto took place in it. Well, first of all, BB Canada is still doing that twist that they've been doing for the past few seasons where the HOH cannot play in the veto competition. There's only 5 people in the competition. It was the 2 nominees, Josh and Kiefer, and then Tara, Tina, and Victoria. I believe Josh chose Tina as house guest choice, but so yeah, it was those 5, and Kiefer won the power of veto. So either way, Kiefer was safe this week. I believe that means that Rohan probably will go up against Josh now because Austin has that deal with Latoya. She's not going to put up Brayden because Brayden is basically like her number 1. So Josh is the pariah. Everybody's kind of isolating him in the house, which is never fun, honestly. I wish he wasn't as awkward as he kind of is. I guess that just asks if he's gonna blow up the house again like he did in week one. I mean, why not? It worked for him in week one. He might as well try again. I just don't think it's gonna work this time. Unfortunately, Josh looks to be on the chopping block. And the last odds and end is Beth being desperate. This chick wants a showman so bad. She's been after Jed, but now she seems to have moved on to Sean because it wasn't really working with Jedson. She even asked them today if they date white girls. Jedson said no, and then the feeds cut. But we didn't get to see Tashawn's answer. Apparently, they sleep together a lot, though, Beth and Tashawn. There's a lot of snuggling. But I think her desperation is coming through, and it's not a pretty sight. Anyway, that is all for today's feeds. Kiefer is safe, so Austin's gonna have to nominate somebody else, likely Rohan for now, unless something major happens.